Buying a house in today's market is competitive, to say the least. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't stand a chance. So today, I'm gonna cover what you should know before you buy a home and go over the most frequently asked questions when it comes to knowing if you should buy a house right now. Hi, I'm Ty, the real estate guy, and if you'd like to stay up to date on the latest real estate tips and trends, subscribe to my channel below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. If you have questions or comments at any time during this video, please leave a message below. If you're looking to buy, sell, or build a home here in Utah, I would love to talk with you. Please feel free to contact me directly. Also, you'll want to watch this video to the end where I'll give some recommendations that are sure to help you. Okay, let's get right to it. Here's a list of the most frequently asked questions when it comes to buying a home. Number 1, should I go FHA or conventional? The short answer, go with the conventional loan if possible. But it's not always that easy. Everyone's situation is different, so FHA might work better for you. And rumor has it that there are some big changes coming for FHA. So if you're watching this video a few months after this recording, FHA might be a great option. The truth is, you could spend hours researching the best loan programs, but nothing is more effective than just contacting a lender. Why? Because there's a lot of factors that might make one loan program better for you and another loan program better for someone else. And while one lender might have worked great for one of your friends, another lender might work better for you. This is why I recommend reaching out to several different kinds of lenders which frequently offer different programs. People often only talk to their bank or credit union, but you might benefit more from going with a broker or a direct lender. Number 2, this is actually a few different questions, and the answer might seem repetitive because it's in line with what we've already been talking about. I'm often asked, should I look for first-time homebuyer programs? Or how do I get this or that grant? Or my friends who have served in the military wondering, should I go VA? The answer to these questions are all the same. Reach out to different lenders and see which loan program will benefit you the most, and then make a decision from there. Now, without fail, the next question asked when I tell people to go out and shop around for the best loan is, will it hurt my credit score to contact multiple lenders? Obviously, none of us want our credit score to drop. So, as I understand it, your credit score will only get hit for the first inquiry. Credit pulls from a few other lenders should not hurt your credit score any further. I can't promise the same if you start looking at cars or credit cards. Those are different and they will most likely ding your credit. As I've said in other videos, getting approved for a loan is always the first step in the home buying process. Always speak to a lender before looking at houses so you know how much home you can buy and what your monthly payment will be. Quick pro tip, if you have great credit and a large down payment, don't worry about the first-time home buyer or down payment assistance programs. These special programs are usually only beneficial for those who cannot get into a home any other way. These programs generally have a higher mortgage interest rate, and you'll often be locked into the loan for a certain period of time. Also, first-time homebuyer programs really don't exist anymore. This term is often used by lenders for marketing. Sorry, that was a long answer, but I believe I've covered everything, at least the most important stuff. Number 3, can I put in an offer on a house without a loan approval? The answer is no. Actually, you can, but there's a good chance the seller will tell you to resubmit the offer once you have a loan approval. When you're in a competitive market like we're seeing today, there's pretty much a 0% chance you will get a home without first getting a loan approval because the sellers are more likely to accept an offer from someone they know can buy the home. Hopefully, that makes sense. Number 4, what type of loan approval will look the best to the seller? To give yourself the best chance of getting an accepted offer, a conventional loan is preferred because it shows the seller that you've been diligent in paying your bills and that you've saved your money. Sadly, in this crazy market, even people with 20% down conventional loan approvals are losing out to cash buyers. Cash is king, and it is what it is. In this current market, there's a high probability that you have to make multiple offers before you finally get an accepted offer, even if you're the perfect buyer. Be patient and don't give up. It may take longer than what you were hoping, but it will all be worth it. Number 5, what's a good credit score? Right now, most lenders are requiring a credit score of 640 or better. The higher your credit score is, the easier it is to qualify for a home. And the higher your credit score is, the more favorable your loan conditions will be. For instance, if you took 2 buyers, both with 20% down, purchasing a similar home in the same neighborhood, with all things being equal, but with one having a credit score of 640 and the other having a credit score of 780, the buyer with better credit will have a lower monthly mortgage payment. Banks will reward those of you who've proven that they can trust you financially. Number 6, what is debt to income ratio and why is it important? Debt to income ratio is simply defined as how much you pay in monthly debts divided by your gross monthly income. This gives lenders a good idea of how much home you can afford to buy and what type of risk they are taking by approving you for this new monthly payment. Most lenders will want to see your debt to income ratio under 45%. By the way, debt to income ratio is often referred to as DTI. Now, before I continue, can I ask what's keeping you from buying a home? Please comment below. Also, will you please give this video a thumbs up to support my channel? I would appreciate it more than you know, and that thumbs up will help others see that this video is helpful. Thanks. Okay, number 7. What happens if the home doesn't appraise for what I agreed to pay? This is a valid concern, especially in this crazy market. For the most part, appraisals have been coming back just fine because there's a lot of market data to support the rising house values. But here in Utah, like in many other places with skyrocketing home prices where buyers are offering $40,000, $50,000, and even more than $100,000 above the asking price, appraisals are sure to start coming in too low. Most contracts will allow you to cancel the agreement if the home doesn't appraise for the agreed upon price. But most people still want the house even if it doesn't appraise. So often, the buyer and seller will find some middle ground between what you agreed to pay and where the appraisal came in at and move forward. In this situation, you as the buyer are responsible to come up with the cash for anything over the appraisal amount. But to win the bidding war over other buyers, people are either removing the appraisal contingency altogether or adding language to the contract that says something like the buyer's willing to pay up to $20,000 above the appraisal. To win the bidding war in a competitive market, it's likely you'll need to put language like this in your offer. And I strongly recommend you contract with an experienced realtor to help you navigate the home buying process. And this takes me to question number 8. Do I need a realtor to buy a home? The answer is no. But in a crazy market like this, it's really hard to compete on many fronts without professional representation. The complaint I hear most often is that the house we want is already sold. In Utah, homes are literally going under contract in 2 to 3 days. So if you're out there searching for houses on your own, most of the time, these houses will sell before you even see them. There are loads of advantages to having a professional real estate agent on your side. 1, they can inform you of new listings right away. 2, they can submit an offer quickly. 3, they can help you submit a competitive offer and negotiate the terms. 4, they can walk you through the process all the way through closing, among other things. Number 9, how much is a real estate agent going to cost me? Buyer's agents cost you nothing. It's true. The seller usually agrees to pay the listing agent a certain percentage whether the buyer has an agent or not. So often, the seller can't give you a better deal for showing up without a realtor. Okay, before we get to the last question, there are a lot of questions and misconceptions people have about buying a home. If you still have questions, please leave a comment below and I will try my darndest to reply to you. All right, now for the big question. Number 10, should I buy a house right now or should I wait? Unfortunately, there's no one answer. You need to look at your own personal situation. Yes, mortgage rates are at all-time lows. And yes, home prices are increasing, but you absolutely cannot panic buy. The biggest financial mistake you could make is to buy a home before you're ready, or that you purchase a home that pushes your financial limits, because then you're just one mishap from losing it all. All the money you put down on the house is gone. Any money you spent on the home improvements is wasted. Not to mention, you will destroy your credit. But if you have good credit, you're able to leave a large down payment, and you've got money in reserves, in most situations, you should buy a house right now. I'm not gonna go in depth because I've already done this in another video called The Top Reasons You Should Buy a House. I recommend you watch that video when you're done with this one. I'll put a link below. Now, because you're making such a large financial commitment, you'll wanna be fully informed and prepared before you start looking at homes. Buying a house will be one of the best, safest investments you'll ever make, and it will be one of the most rewarding things that you ever do. But the home buying process can be stressful and confusing. So here's a quick list of other videos that are sure to help you as you prepare to buy a house. How to buy your first home. Should you buy a house in Utah? Should you build or buy existing? 12 questions to ask before you buy a house. How to buy a house from a home builder. Should you buy a house in 2021? If you're planning to move to Utah or you already live here and you're looking to buy, sell, or build a home, I would love to talk with you. Please feel free to contact me directly. If there's something in this video that stood out to you as being helpful, or if you have questions, please comment below. Sincerely, I want to hear from you. If you know someone who's thinking about buying a home or moving to Utah, please share this video with them. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.